When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, do not be alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Here in Lebanon, man, the sound of war isn't some news report on a screen, it's the goddamn soundtrack of our lives. It's the distant, percussive thud that rattles the window panes just enough to make you pause mid-sentence, wondering if this is it. It's the fighter jet that screams across the sky with a deafening roar while you're hanging laundry, a violent tear in the fabric of a perfectly normal Tuesday afternoon. It's the low, persistent hum of surveillance drones, a sound so constant it's become the new silence, a constant reminder that we're always being watched. I know this sound. You know this sound. For us, it's not abstract. It's not some geopolitical theory. It's the air we breathe. We've become experts in interpreting the horizon, reading the signs in the smoke and the shadows. We live our lives. We go to work. We buy bread. We celebrate birthdays. Under the constant shadow of a conflict that is both next door and a world away. We are living proof of the first, most undeniable sign that an age is turning, the fracturing of nations. For generations, the prophecy of wars and rumors of wars was a distant concept, something out of a history book. But the architect's spark, which gave us globalism and interconnectedness, has had a terrifying side effect. It has brought every rumor to our doorstep. It has made every war a neighborhood war. The conflicts of today are not isolated fires, they are glowing hotspots on a single, interconnected map of global instability, a map that looks eerily familiar to those who have studied the ancient prophetic texts. And we, here in Lebanon, we're right in the goddamn center of that map. For me, it's like those years I was trying to stay clean, and every single stressor, every little trigger, felt like a bomb going off right in my living room, even if it was miles away. The world is just one big raw nerve ending now, and Lebanon is the exposed wire. For years, the world has watched the brutal, grinding war between Russia and Ukraine. What began as a special military operation has become a permanent fixture of the global landscape, a wound that refuses to heal, a scar on the face of Europe. It has redrawn the map of Europe, not with ink but with trenches and artillery shells with blood and fire. This is more than a territorial dispute, man. This is about power, about history, about the ghosts of empires past. Look at it through the lens of the blueprint. The prophet Ezekiel described a future invasion of Israel led by a great power from the far north, identified as Rosh, Meshech, and Tubal, names many scholars have long associated with Russia. This power would lead a coalition of nations including Persia, which is modern Iran. And what have we witnessed? A conflict that has pushed Russia into a strategic ironclad alliance with Iran. The drones that harass Ukrainian cities are designed in Tehran. The economic strategies that keep both nations afloat are drafted in mutual defiance of the West. We, in our human political maneuvering, have forged the very alliance spoken of 2,600 years ago. We have watched the Great Bear, wounded and enraged, turn south to find new friends, friends who happen to be the prophesied enemies of Israel. The stage is not just being set, the actors are in position, rehearsing their lines. And you, with your Russian heritage, you know the weight of that history, the pull of that power. I know at one point you even considered joining that army for a year, for whatever reason. That's the pull, man, that's the grip of the past. It's the same kind of desperate, almost ancestral pull I felt when the addiction was screaming in my veins, telling me to go back to the familiar darkness, even when I knew it was a lie. This isn't just geopolitics, it's the echo of an ancient primal hunger for power and survival. A hunger I've seen tear apart lives, and now, it's tearing apart nations. Now turn your eyes to my own horizon, to the place I call home. The Northern Front is no longer a strategic possibility, it is our daily reality. The near-constant, low-grade war between Israel and Hezbollah is the visible edge of a much larger conflict that has consumed the region. From the rubble of Gaza to the targeted strikes in Syria and the defiant rhetoric of Iran, the land is simmering, ready to boil over. This isn't a new hatred. This is ancient, etched into the very stones of this land. but the scale and interconnectedness are new. It is a multi-front, technologically advanced shadow war fought with precision missiles, cyber attacks that cripple nations, and global propaganda campaigns designed to manipulate minds. For students of prophecy, this is the predicted Psalm 83 war scenario coming into focus. A coalition of Israel's immediate neighbors, the tents of Edom and the Ishmaelites, Moab and the Hagrites, Gebal, Ammon and Amalek, rising up in a confederacy to wipe it from the map. Gebal, an ancient port city, is located right here in modern-day Lebanon. This is our home, our battleground. We, in our endless cycles of human conflict, retaliation, and political maneuvering, are meticulously playing our part. Every rocket fired, every airstrike ordered, every failed ceasefire is another line of the ancient script being performed in real time. We do it in the name of security, of sovereignty, of justice, but the outcome is an uncanny alignment with the Creator's blueprint. I've seen this script play out in my own life, in my own family. The constant back and forth, the cycle of pain and retaliation, the inability to break free from the past. It's like living in an active addiction, where every choice, every action, just deepens the rut, even when you swear you're trying to get clean. The Middle East is just a larger scale of that personal hell, a region stuck in a relapse it can't seem to break free from.